Alright, so this is me just making a quick voiceover before the video starts. Just wanted to say that this video was supposed to be coming out on the final day of 2024, so pretty much 2 days ago. But unfortunately, since there was some issues over here, the power went off and I was like that until like yesterday, and unfortunately due to that I was not able to get this done to end the year. But like, even though this might look like the first video of 2025, look at it canonically as the final video of 2024, and then the next video onward will be for this year specifically. But nevertheless, it was just a quick voiceover before we start the video, just like, you know, to basically clarify why it didn't come out when it was supposed to. I probably also made a post about it, mentioning that I had some issues here. But despite that, we're still here. Now everything's back to normal, which means now I can go back to doing this kind of videos normally, and just like, you know, just to let you know. But nevertheless, let's actually light up the mood a little bit, and now let's get started on the video. Ah, 2024. What a year it was. Like, for me, it was a really good year. Like, there was a lot of great stuff. There was a lot of things that happened. So many great games that came out. So many great movies that came out. And also, I started this crazy ride that I like to call my channel. Yep, for those who don't know, I actually started on YouTube on February of 2024. And oh my goodness, from that point onward, it has been nothing but a lot of fun, a lot of joy, and making all of these videos, like, you know, in the way they came out. Like, I've been really, like, happy, always really having fun, enjoying editing these videos, and it always made me happy to, like, you know, to see when you guys actually enjoyed them. I was like, I'm so happy to see that, you know, I'm starting this as a normal hobby. Like, you know, we're still small on the channel, and, like, I'm just doing this for fun. And I did not expect on 2024 to see that this many people enjoy this content. And honestly, from the bottom of everything, I could not be more grateful for all of the support that you guys have given me. So, to wrap up 2024, let's make a little journey. I would like to discuss a little bit about the history of how I actually started, because like, over here on YouTube, it's not where I actually started, like, you know, doing some videos, recording, streaming, etc. There is actually a little bit of history behind it. Maybe I mentioned it like around there on one of my previous videos, but in here I'm gonna go into full context as to how I started making content, how I started, like, you know, over here where you see me now. Because during the past couple of years, I've been actually trying this out, doing some experiments with the streaming and everything. So let's dive in. I'm probably making this intro a bit longer, but like, let's dive into what I like to call the history of the Mr. Edwin journey. So it all goes back all the way to 2022, which is where our story would start. See, normally, I was just a normal guy who basically spends a lot of time watching lots of videos on YouTube and like loves how the people commentate and make funny edits, just like how I still do nowadays. And during a lot of the times, I was like, I would love to try this one day. I would love to try doing this type of content, like maybe, you know, maybe one day streaming. Maybe one day try actually to stream a game, even if I have no experience at all. And so, I don't remember exactly the month. I think it was either September or October. But with some help that I got over here, with a tiny little laptop and a totally different microphone compared to the one that I have right now, I actually started doing streams on Twitch. with the limitations I had. Because I had a lot of different things compared to right now. Like, I had like a tiny little laptop that basically did not work as good as my current computer. I also had a different microphone that I had to basically reach out to it so my voice was heard long enough. And my first stream was actually on The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap because I was so hyped on Tears of the Kingdom being almost released that I actually wanted to make like something special for it. And so I did a whole Road to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom where I basically played every single Zelda game, both 2D and 3D. No. In this house, we do not talk about this one. Unfortunately, I could not do Skyward Sword live because basically I did not have like a capture card that could basically focus on the game with the highest quality or anything. And so, since I could not get it to work, I had to beat it off camera. But from Minish Cap onward, it was mostly all live. And we went from everything. We went from Minish Cap. Unfortunately, I had no way of doing 4 swords, and so I had to skip all the way to Ocarina of Time, and then doing it all the way on the chronological order. Like, I was doing it in the order of the timeline. If I found it, I will be showing it to you right now. This is how I was doing it based on the timeline. Then I went to the Wind Waker route, where I also played and beat Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks for the first time. And honestly, I really enjoyed them. Like, I should probably give them a revisit sometime, but like, in the time I played it, I pretty much enjoyed it. I know it's obviously, you know, there are some things that like, I didn't like that much, like, you know, those main dungeons that you have to visit like a couple of times, or some gameplay elements. But other than that, I pretty much enjoyed it. Maybe I should give it a revisit and like, see if I have a change of heart, or if I still feel the same. But maybe one day I'll give it a revisit. Then we went onwards to the Majora's Mask route, playing Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Four Swords Adventures, which also is where I need to make a pause, because on November of 2022 was when Sonic Frontiers released. And that's where I somewhat got a capture card, and while it was not the best settings I could have, I still played Sonic Frontiers live, but not in the best way possible. Like, I did play it, but I was playing the Switch version, and with the settings I had, basically, the amount of, you know, downgrades that were over there, like, I wouldn't call it downgrades, because, like, you know, the sound was hearing pretty good, not only the game audio, but also my voice. And unfortunately, I could not save that gameplay, so like, unfortunately, that one is lost. But I did play it live and enjoyed it from start to finish. Like, no wonder it's still one of my favorite 3 Sonic games of all time. Like, it's really good. Then, when we reached Four Swords Adventures in 2023, is where I got my whole new setup. I got a new computer. I was also testing a new stand for my mic. Not this one, the other one. And that is where I was able to play Four Swords Adventures. Then once done, I went to the Fallen Heroes side, where most of those games, I played them for the first time. Among them were A Link to the Past, The Oracles, and also beating for the first time the 2 Zelda games for the NES. Cause I did play Link's Awakening and A Link Between Worlds before, and honestly, those are some of my favorite 2D experiences. Like, Link's Awakening and A Link Between Worlds are so good. With Zelda 1, I enjoyed the experience, basically being the one that started it all, and like, you know, I found it pretty enjoyable, unlike The Adventure of Link. That one was a torture to play. And I also skipped Triforce Heroes because nobody considers that game canon, and also, since I also had, like, no safe way of playing it, and since people did not consider it canon, then so I won't. Then afterwards, I wrapped it up with Breath of the Wild, playing both the base game and the DLC. And I finished that marathon just like 3 days before Tears of the Kingdom came out. And I also played it live, experiencing it for the first time, all the way from start to finish. Which I also did save that playthrough, but unfortunately it doesn't look too good. Like, I did not have like the best settings ever, and like, there was a lot of downgraded frames, and so unfortunately I could not save that gameplay. But hey, I played the game and I was enjoying it, I was loving it, and like, all of that I was doing was just for fun. A normal hobby. Along the way, some new viewers came by, and like, I was happy whenever somebody came by, like, you know, all the chatting we made, all of the, the good memories that we made over there. And that's how it went from the majority of 2023. Basically, I also played Mario Wonder when it came out. I also played Mario RPG Remake when it came out. I also played, like, some of the Zelda randomizers, mostly the 3D ones. I played, like, the Ocarina of Time randomizer, although I kind of cheated a little bit, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Because I basically, like, sneaked in and activated all of the Gold Skullfulas. I know, it was a bad choice, but, like, that gameplay is also lost, so basically I have no way of showing it here. Then, I also did the Majora's Mask randomizer, not the 3D one, the OG one. And that was also lots of fun. I also tried the combination of the OT plus MM randomizer, but unfortunately it did not go like in the way I was expecting it to be, because it was fun, but since I tried playing it with HD texture packs, and I had that very poorly system over there, unfortunately I was not able to basically like play it like I wanted it to, but hey, it was still pretty fun over there. And I also did Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword randomizers, and they were a lot of fun, but of course I also don't have those gameplays, but like, like that doesn't matter since basically I have Twitch abandoned right now. And that takes us to 2024, where basically I was told like, you should do a YouTube channel and like save your VODs over there from the Twitch, or like edit them. And with some help IRL, in February 18 of last year, I would upload the channel trailer, where I would basically start the whole YouTube channel. Mostly starting as an uploading VOD system, where I would basically upload like the VODs of the playthroughs I did. And around YouTube, I was like, at what? Around 65 subs? Like, I have no idea how, like, since I was doing nothing on YouTube, I have no idea how they basically came up, but hey, that was like a nice start. And then, a few days later, on February 25, 2024, I would upload my first playthrough, which was Super Mario Bros. In 2024 is still fun, which was honestly my VOD playthrough of the original Mario Bros. Game for the NES, because I also did a sort of marathon for Mario Wonder, mostly focused on the 2D games. And that's why you see right now videos such as, the first Mario Bros. Game, the Lost Levels, Mario Bros. 2 and 3, Mario World. I am planning on continuing it, but like, I still don't know when. There's a lot of stuff I have planned, and I have to see when and how I'll be able to put them together. But as I continued traversing on the channel, I also did some variety. For example, I started doing some movie reviews, I started doing some reactions, and later on, I did my first ever big gameplay playthrough, which was Princess Peach Showtime, which I also played on Twitch, and it was also like a VOD over there on YouTube, only like edited, but we did play it all the way from start to finish. And I don't need to say my thoughts on Peach Showtime, because I think I've already said it like at the final episode of the playthrough. But to keep it short, enjoyed it, but it's not that great of a game. Then I continued doing some other movie reviews or series, like the Knuckles series. And I also did one of my first, I would like to say first most popular videos, since the Majora's Mask PC port came out from the Zelda 64 recompiled. And I did a video about it, and gosh dang it, that actually exploded. I was even surprised, like, I'm only doing this for fun? How did this casually explode like that? Then, I also started uploading my Mario RPG playthrough. I will try my best to bring it back this year. And I also did a new update on the Zelda Majora's Mask PC port on the Zelda 64 recompiled, which was with some features like the free camera and some things that would come later on. But then, in May 2024, something special would happen, because I actually decided to abandon Twitch and move the streams all the way to YouTube. And what game did I started testing the streams on that? Yep, the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door series is where I would basically start the streaming on YouTube. And not only was streaming on YouTube way better compared to Twitch, but I was also enjoying the game live, like from start to finish. And so we did the whole playthrough, We also reacted to like the Nintendo Direct of June, as well as the Summer Game Fest where we got a showcase of Sparking Zero and Sonic X Shadow Generations. And along the way of the 1000-Year Door, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD also came out. And we started covering both of them at the same time, having fun with both games. And in the 1000-Year Door, we did everything, from basically playing the main game from start to finish, all the way to the 4 post-game bosses, which were the Waka, Mush, Atomic Boo, and Bonetail. On another hand, I also attempted a Zelda challenge based on some other YouTubers who tried it, which was if I took damage, like if I got hit, I got damaged by an enemy, I would switch games, involving all 7 3D Zelda games. And around August is where I would somewhat start some of the Sonic content, because that was when the Sonic Movie 3 trailer, the first one, actually arrived, and I made a reaction about it, as well as a breakdown, which was my very first breakdown ever. And so we continued on with Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, the 1000-Year Door, like editing those parts, and that is also when I did the Majora's Mask 3D Randomizer, which I also enjoyed playing. And I see that a lot of you also did. Like, I know I may have said something about like, you know, maybe as if I was gonna upload them like in a whole new video, like, you know, compile all of those compile all of those into one big video with like, you know, that actually has like the complete experience. But as I sat down trying to see those 3 bots, I noticed, and I'm gonna apologize for my microphone real quick, that is a 12-hour VOD. And I know I can do it. I'm just like I'm trying to find a way to see if, when, and how I can do it. Because, like, those VODs also occupy a lot of space, and my PC is barely hanging in there. And I know I did say that we would continue the randomizers. Hopefully this year, we will take them on again, because the next randomizer that won the poll was Breath of the Wild. So, as soon as I get the Breath of the Wild randomizer to work properly with no lagging or everything, and once I put everything out of the way, like, you know, maybe, like, you know, finish the Brothership gameplay, once all of the playthroughs are done, we will take back some of the randomizers. Then, around there, we also got the Sonic X Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings prologue, which we also watched. All 3 episodes, which was amazing. And around there, Echoes of Wisdom also released. We played it all the way until the end, and even though the edited episodes are not fully up yet, I still have the VOD saved, and they will continue to be edited. Like, I think the last part I uploaded was on episode 4, which was on the Gerudo Sanctum. But even if I haven't continued it, don't worry, eventually I will take it back, and we will continue both Brothership edited and Echoes of Wisdom edited. Along the ride, Sparking Zero also released, and I did both a first impressions video and one video on the playthrough of the story mode. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I just can't find how to continue the game, so I had to continue it like off camera because I didn't find a way. Like, I could not find a way of how to basically, like, continue the story mode, and I know some of you enjoyed it, but, like, I just didn't know how to continue it, like, with all of those routes that I have. And I had a feeling it was gonna be a long one as well, and with everything that I had, I didn't want to have too much pressure. Not that it was pressure, of course, but, like, you get what I'm saying. I started seeing that some of you preferred other content, a part of, like, you know, maybe my audience is not too much of Dragon Ball related. Because I see that some of the other videos, like the Zelda, Mario, or Sonic content, are like the ones that are like, you know, that you guys enjoy the most. And I enjoyed making the Sparking Zero video, but at the same time, I just couldn't find a way to continue it. And so I kept it paused there, and I'm probably still gonna do it anyway, because like, I continued the game off camera because that game is so huge, but like, maybe one time I could take it back. I'm not too sure, like, I'm not gonna make any predictions right now, because that's not my main focus right now, because Sparking Zero itself is a big game, and like, recording it and saving it over here and keeping that VOD saved forever, like, that's gonna occupy too much space on my PC, and then my PC is gonna die, and basically I will not be able to do anything else there. Anyways, during there, I also did my first ever Sonic fan dub, which was the Chip's memory scene from Sonic Unleashed, where I actually thought, hey, what would happen if I tried to make a dub for a Sonic scene? And so I wanted to give it a try, and while it is true that I am no voice actor, in fact, listen to my shallow voice right now. It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power. See, like, while I am no voice actor, basically, I just wanted to try it for fun, and hey, I think that some of you also enjoyed it. I know I got some comments about making another fan dub, and maybe during this year I might try another one, but we're going step by step. Don't you worry. We're going step by step. And afterwards, Sonic X Shadow Generations arrived, and holy moly, we played both games live. And the only one I got to upload right now was Shadow Generations. I'm still looking for like a way to bring the Sonic Generations remaster here, but that one goes over 100 gigabytes. So like, I got the VOD for Sonic Generations remastered safe, and as soon as I find a way, I put something's done. Then we will start uploading that edited. And of course, during the ride, Brothership also released, which I still haven't finished, but during this year we will finish it live. And then we can continue with the edited experiences, with both Echoes of Wisdom and Brothership. I also got some great things done IRL. The whole studying was being hard, so basically I had to focus on it, and that's why sometimes I was not too active on the channel. And I was aware of it, because like, I could not leave the channel like dead. Like, I knew I had to make some more content to keep you guys entertained, and also just so I can continue having fun on the free time that I have. And I continue making some other reactions and also discussion videos, like when the final trailer of Sonic 3 released, or my thoughts on the nominees of the Game Awards. Even though I did not watch it live, I did watch it off camera. And during Midway, I was also preparing a special video, which was a whole recap of the Sonic cinematic experience. And a lot of you enjoyed it, and basically I can say that that whole working, even though it did take me a lot of time, but I can see that was 100% worth it. I had a lot of fun making it, and I'm happy to see that a lot of you also had fun watching it. I also did a skin playthrough with the skins of Sonic X Shadow Generations, with Terios, Sonic Jam, and Sonic Adventure skins, which, oh my goodness, it might be the most popular video yet. Again, had lots of fun playing and editing, and I'm happy to see that a lot of you also enjoyed it. See, that's the thing. I repeat myself with what I said earlier. I mostly do this for fun, but seeing you guys enjoy it, like, it brings me a smile. Like, I'm happy to see that a lot of you guys actually enjoy it. And so to wrap it up to the last year, I did a whole review on the Sonic Movie 3. Spoiler alert, I loved it in every single way, and it's easily the best video game movie ever, and you should go watch it if you haven't. And we continued with the Brothership playthrough. Like I said, I haven't finished it yet, but we will continue it live during the year, all the way until we finish it. In fact, I don't think we're too far away from finishing it. We got 3 great lighthouses, so I think we're in the final act of the game. So hopefully during January, we'll be able to finish Brothership. And so, with this whole recap of the channel, and the whole history of me starting with basically recording and streaming, all I can say is that this was a lot of fun. Like, not only have I enjoyed playing these games, but I've also enjoyed, like, making this type of content for you. And I've already said it, this is all mostly just a hobby for fun, but I did not expect to end the year with 354 subs, which might not be the biggest number you can see, but hey, it's still a good number, and I could not be happy for all of the support you guys give me. Like, if you guys are happy, then so am I. And the whole ride of 2024 has been insane. Like, basically, there was a lot of great moments I had, lots of great games we played, great movies that we watched, and my goodness, like, the first year of the channel, I was not expecting it to go this way, but I'm happy with the current results, and I will continue doing my best to keep you guys entertained as much as possible. And this is not even scripted. I'm just talking normally over here, like, giving you guys all of the things that I can give you because of this great start to the channel. There's still a long ride to go, and I could not be more excited for what 2025 could basically have in store for us. So all I can say is thank you all so much for being here, sticking around, and I'm happy to see that you guys enjoy all of the type of content that you can see. I also would like to say thank you for all of the great memories we got in this year, like the Fearless Year of Shadow. Like, thank you Sega for giving us one of the best experiences ever, and we shall not forget the Fearless Year of Shadow, of how great it was in every single way. But I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. that might have like deserved its own thing, but like just a little side note. Loved the Fearless Year of Shadow, like that was amazing. Shadow Generations could easily be another of my favorite games ever. And Sonic Movie 3, my favorite of the trilogy, my favorite video game movie. Like, and I'm not the only one who says it, like most of the people agree. And 2025 awaits us. We have more things to come, and this whole journey has done nothing but only start. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for coming and watching the history of my experience as a streamer slash YouTuber. Hope you guys had a great start of the year. Hope you guys also had a great experience during 2024. And I'm interested. If you have some experience you want to share, leave it down in the comments. I would love to read you down below. And if you guys are excited for the rest of the ride of this channel, then the least you could do is leave a like. And maybe consider subscribing, since it really helps the channel a lot. And you really support me a lot. As much fun as this is, I also love when I see the support. Like, I've said a million times, this is just a hobby for fun. But I'm also really happy when I see that a lot of you enjoy it. And so, I really appreciate all of your support. But nevertheless, that's it for me. Happy New Year, and I will see you on the other side.